In a world ruled by attention, the ability to make someone obsessed with you is the ultimate power. Whether in romance, business, influence, or status, obsession is the currency that bends people to your will. Not love, not admiration. Obsession. Niccolò Machiavelli, the godfather of strategic human manipulation, didn't write about love the way poets did. He dissected human nature. He laid bare the mechanics of power, seduction, loyalty, and fear. And if we dare interpret his philosophy in the realm of personal magnetism, one truth emerges. If you want to control others, you must learn to control their minds first. So how do you make someone obsessed with you? Not simply attracted, not momentarily interested, but consumed, mentally, emotionally, even spiritually? It begins with a chilling truth Machiavelli understood better than anyone. People are not loyal to others. They are loyal to how others make them feel. To make someone obsessed with you, you don't give them everything. You give them the exact illusion they crave, then twist it just enough to keep them forever unsatisfied, forever hungry for more. And that is where the game begins. Obsession is not born from giving. It's born from control, from subtle psychological warfare, from the strategic dance of vulnerability and power. Machiavelli would argue that obsession must be constructed, piece by piece, not begged for. Let's dive into the psychological and philosophical blueprint to making anyone, yes, anyone, obsessed with you. You don't need perfect looks. You don't need money. You need control over your image, your energy, your timing, and your absence. Obsession begins in the shadows, not the spotlight. First, create mystery. Machiavelli warned leaders not to be too familiar. Familiarity breeds contempt. If you are always present, always available, you are taken for granted. But when you're selectively revealed, when your mind feels like a maze, when your energy is unpredictable, people begin to obsess. Not with who you are, but who they think you are. Mystery is a vacuum. It forces the other person to fill in the blanks. The more they wonder, the deeper they fall. Never be fully understood. The moment someone thinks they fully grasp you, the magic dies. Keep an air of controlled unpredictability. Then, dominate presence. When you're around, be completely present, powerful, captivating. Speak less, but make every word cut. Don't fidget. Hold eye contact until it hurts. Use silence like a weapon. Obsession is fueled by contrast. When you are intensely present one moment, then entirely absent the next, you create an emotional roller coaster. Highs and lows, warmth and coldness. This inconsistency burns into memory. Machiavelli would say, "It is better be feared than loved, if you cannot be both." In the same vein, it is better to be desired and feared than simply liked. Create moments of deep connection, then pull away. Leave them drowning in the absence of your energy. Next, mirror their desires. People fall in love with those who reflect the deepest parts of themselves. Study their insecurities. Study their dreams. Then, subtly become the answer to those unspoken questions. Machiavelli believed in understanding people's motivations, and then weaponizing that understanding. If someone wants to be seen, see them deeply. If they crave power, validate it. If they're broken, be their cure and their poison. Obsession grows from identification. If they feel like you get them like no one else does, they'll wrap their ego around your presence. They won't be able to distinguish you from themselves. That's when you have them. But don't stop there. Inflict subtle emotional tension. Not cruelty, but emotional contrast. Give praise, then go cold. Validate, then vanish. Listen deeply, then disappear. This creates cognitive dissonance. When the brain can't predict outcomes, it focuses harder. It rewinds conversations. It builds meaning where there may be none. Machiavelli wrote that people are more loyal to those who both elevate and threaten their comfort. It's in this space that obsession is born, not in ease, but in instability with purpose. Be warm enough to draw them in, but cold enough to make them doubt. The more they chase your validation, the more addicted they become. Now we move to the most powerful layer. Control your reputation. Machiavelli emphasized that perception is reality. If people think you're powerful, seductive, rare, or intelligent, you are. Obsession thrives on social proof. The moment someone believes others want you, they begin to want you too, only more. Be seen as rare, not needy, not average. Make your time expensive, your attention valuable. Speak as though you expect to be listened to. Walk as though the world bends for you. Even if you doubt yourself, never reveal that doubt. When you enter a room, make sure your energy arrives first. And when you leave a silence that echoes. That silence is where obsession simmers. Here's another Machiavellian tactic. Give them a role to play. People want to be the savior, the special one, the exception. If you subtly suggest that they alone understand you, or that they're different from others, they will fight to uphold that image. This traps them in the performance of love. Let them feel they are unlocking layers of you that no one else has. Create emotional exclusivity. Let them feel chosen, but always vaguely insecure about how much you really need them. Because here's the truth. Obsession is not about love. It's about power. When someone loves you, they may walk away. But when they're obsessed with you, they chase you, even if it destroys them. And this chase must be engineered. Disrupt patterns. Don't be predictable. Don't reply instantly. Don't show all your cards. Never let them feel they have you. Every time they get closer, remind them with subtlety. You can disappear at any moment. That your love is not guaranteed. It's scarcity that creates value. It's uncertainty that feeds obsession. And yet, balance this with sudden emotional depth. A midnight conversation that feels eternal. A touch that lingers too long. A secret you whisper once and never again. These moments become their drug, and your silence becomes withdrawal. Now understand this. Obsession requires fear. Not fear of you, but fear of losing you. Machiavelli didn't believe in cruelty for no reason, but he did understand the power of fear in securing loyalty. Make them terrified of a world without you, not through threats, but through emotional impact. Be the storm and the shelter, the comfort and the chaos. When someone fears losing you more than they fear anything else, that is when they are truly yours. Lastly, be willing to walk away. The greatest power is detachment. Machiavelli warned that emotional dependency makes rulers weak. The same applies in seduction. When you truly do not need someone, when your presence is a gift, not a need, when your love is not desperation but choice, you become magnetic. Desperation repels. Detachment fascinates. If you can master these strategies, crafted from centuries-old truths about human psychology, you can create obsession in anyone. But remember, power is a burden. Don't use this knowledge carelessly. Obsession is not love. It is deeper. It is darker. It is addictive. And once someone is obsessed, they will do anything to keep you. That's power. That's control. That's Machiavellian seduction. Welcome to the Machiavelli Guide. You now hold the blueprint. Use it wisely.